Christopher Walken. Just Christopher Walken. Trust me, I don't have to explain anything else.
Working late.
Alright, let's just move on. As I said on last year's episode, one of the aspects of these movies that bothers me the most is how Batman has no problem using lethal force. But in this movie, he takes it to a level that makes the Punisher look like a mocha latte ordering Zima drinking namby-pamby sissy wuss. As in the opening of the movie, he sets a guy on fire using the turbine from the Batmobile. Now I know what you're thinking, the Batmobile creeped around slowly and that goon had plenty of time to get out of the way. Fine, I'm not arguing that with any of you, which brings me to... In a later fight, he stuffs a bomb down a guy's pants and blows him up.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Fucked up. Early in the film, the Penguin has his first encounter with his fellow villain Max Schreck, in which good old Pingy does his best to intimidate Max into joining his side.
Hi, Max, remember me? I'm Fred's hand. I believe the word you're looking for is...
As Max helps the Penguin prepare to run for mayor, he introduces him to a couple of really annoying image consultants.
Not a lot of reflective surfaces down on the sewer, huh?
Your nose could be... What do you mean by that?
Oh God, I have clear memories of children running out of the movie theater crying during this scene. Not to mention that Bob Kane, Batman's creator, he himself has admitted that this scene was way too frightening for children. And when the creator admits it, you know it's fucked up. Bat fact! Did you know that Max Schreck was also the name of the man that played the first cinematic vampire in Nosferatu? That's right, Schreck played Count Orlok, a fellow Batman. Now, I already touched upon this during my Catwoman review, but I have to mention it again. In the first act, Selina accidentally uncovers Max Schreck's nefarious schemes. So, creepy Chris Walken sends the poor girl sailing out the window. She hits her head and lands in an alley where a bunch of cats lick her and she turns into Catwoman. Now, when I was a kid, I used to think that her transformation was due to the blow to her head changing her personality, which is a very plausible explanation. But that still doesn't explain how she gained super agility, or martial arts skills, or 9 lives. And I'm not kidding, she literally has 9 lives. How did falling out of a window and getting licked by a dozen cats give her the ability to survive falls from great heights, close-range gunshots, and an electrocution powerful enough to cause an explosion? Fucked up! In the end, the Penguin meets his demise when he falls into a vat of the very toxic waste that he was going to use to exact his revenge. When he finally collapses, he is carried away to his final resting place by penguins? But how would they pick him up without opposable thumbs, and why would they have a funeral procession and fucked up? So in the opening of the movie, we find that the Penguin's parents are horrified by his disfigurement. So their solution is to, oh my God! And this is just the opening of the movie! And yes, I know, it's the Penguin. We all know he survives this. But it doesn't make this moment any less fucked up. But I can understand how having said knowledge going into the movie would soften the blow of such a horrifying visual. Which brings me to... So in the end, the Penguin finally reveals what his ultimate goal is, which is to kidnap all the firstborns in Gotham City and drop them into a vat of toxic waste. What? This plan is so fucked up that even one of his henchmen questions it.
Penguin? I mean, killing sleeping children. Isn't that a little,
And yes, I'm happy to report that Batman comes in last minute and saves all the children. But this plan still makes no damn sense. It was his parents who dropped him into the river, and they're dead. So how is murdering the children of Gotham's elite give him any kind of closure? I swear, some of those toxic fumes must have gone to his head.
Oh, Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you.
Alright, this is it, the most fucked up moment from Batman Returns. Those of you with weak constitutions might want to turn away, but those of you who dare venture forward, may God have mercy on your souls. A major part of the Penguin and Catwoman's plan to take over the city is to frame Batman. They do so by kidnapping the Ice Princess for the Gotham Christmas pageant. Of course, Batman shows up to save her and... you can dive after her any minute now. You've done this a million times. Just dive, catch, grappling hook, and oh my god! WTF, mofo, catching people in midair and swinging away on a rope is what Batman does best! Not to mention that when I was a kid, this moment severely skull-fucked me. I completely blanked and paid no attention to the rest of the movie. At the time, McDonald's had a whole line of tie-in Happy Meal toys planned, which they pulled from circulation, due to parents protesting the dark subject matter of this movie. And I can't blame them. This moment is so fucked up that once again the movie is self-aware.
You said you were going to scare the Ice Princess.
She looked pretty scared to me.
Oh well. Nothing a few more years of therapy won't cure, so those were my top 20 fucked up moments from Batman Returns. But in spite of them, I in no way mean to insinuate that this is a bad movie. It's a good follow-up, and very much like its predecessor, it's light on the story and heavy on the atmosphere. My god, is this movie gorgeous to look at. It's a look that I like to refer to as beautiful gothic. Not to mention that the cast in this movie kicks ass. Michael Keaton is back with a vengeance as Batman. I understand he received a pay raise and it was well deserved. Michael Goth as Alfred is also in top form.
Could you just make up a sonnet or something, a sturdy limerick?
One has just sprung to mind.
Thanks.
This way, ma'am.
Oh, sorry.
And holy cannoli is Michelle Pfeiffer ultra mega awesome as both the awkward Selina Kyle and the seductive and lethal Catwoman. As far as I'm concerned, she's still the best actress to ever play this role, and Anne Hathaway has some really big shoes to fill.
Meow.
And yes, I know I picked on the Penguin a lot on this countdown, but Danny DeVito is the man, and you will never hear me complain about the Penguin not being threatening. He is very much a menacing presence that cannot be ignored. And at least they didn't turn him into an annoying cartoon character like... or a complete fucking joke like... God, I can't wait for National Punch Joel Schumacher in the Face Day to come back around. Anyway, check out these movies if you get the chance, especially if you're into the current comic book movies. Next week is Back to Basics. Until then, I'm ERod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Check out my website, suckers!